Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sabrina and I would love it if you would subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about some funny / weird encounters I've came into with dating. I find these videos to be super hilarious and entertaining to watch. This one may be kind of short because I really don't have that many good stories to tell you, but I do love watching these, so I thought it would be fun to share with you. Okay, so the first one I'm going to be talking about is more of the crazy ones that I have came into. This one's one of my favorite stories to tell, but I matched with this guy who I could tell English wasn't his first language, and he asked me what I was doing one day, and I happened to be at Walmart grocery shopping. So I'll put the messages right here so as you can see, but I said I'm grocery shopping, and he said servant goes and gets the things to cook. He makes great food. And so I was like, are you telling me that you have a slave? And then I was like, servant. And he said, no, sorry, I didn't mean that, but it's that I live alone and I have to travel. I keep a guy as a brother, not as a slave. He is poor, so I keep him. He stays, good cook, food, study. So you can tell where his English isn't the best right here. And I just said, oh, okay. And he said, and I pay him well. Guess I am doing good. Don't mind what you think. I'm assuming that he was meaning, don't mind what you heard about him having a slave, but this kid basically just told me that he had a slave, and I'm not sure if he was like joking or if he was being serious, and if he thought maybe this was going to like impress me in some way. He said that he was doing well for himself, which more power to you, man. I'm glad you're doing well, but I don't really want to keep a slave. I'm not really okay with keeping a slave. That's not something that I'm into, but that one is pretty funny. The second one is kind of a longer story, and this one happened recently actually. I posted about it on Twitter because this one kind of ticked me off a little bit, but I'd been messaging back and forth with a guy on Tinder. I ended up giving him my number so that we could text, and we were texting for a while, probably a month or so, and I knew pretty soon into it that he wasn't going to be someone that I wanted to date, that he was more of a friend, which I'll get into the reasons why in a second. But on my birthday, I told him that I wanted Starbucks, and he actually works at Starbucks, so I was talking to him about some of the things that I liked at Starbucks, and he had made a comment about how I needed to get a small and how I needed to not drink them regularly because they are a treat and not something that you should partake in daily because there's a lot of calories in them. And this kind of ticked me off a little bit, but I didn't think too much into it because I'm like, maybe he just is trying to be helpful. I don't know, whatever. And I let it go. Well, he had made other like passive aggressive comments like that leading up to it that I can't really recall, but I know that was the first time that I was like, dude, chill, like chill. And so I continued to talk to him, I continued to be his friend, and he told me that he was doing acid one night. And I thought he was joking because we had talked about how drugs were something that I was not interested in being around. It wasn't something that I didn't want in my life. And he was like, I'm not joking, like I'm being dead serious. So that's when I was kind of like, yeah, I can't date you. And I told him like, dude, we can't continue to talk like romantically if you're choosing to do that. Like do whatever you want on the side, but like that's something that I want in a partner. So like this isn't gonna go anywhere. And he got really kind of crappy with me, saying that if I can't look past him doing that, then I wasn't a good person, basically, whatever. And so I continued to be his friend despite my judgment call. I should have stopped talking to him then. Well, a couple days ago, I've been wanting tea really bad. Like I love sweet tea, and so I like getting it, especially during my lunch hour. I drink tea all the time, but whatever, I wanted sweet tea, and I ended up getting a sweet tea, and it was really bad. It wasn't good at all, and I was so bummed, and I'm like, dude, I'm so mad because I wanted sweet tea really bad and it just wasn't good. And I made a joke like, I think God's telling me to stop being fat because I'm a curvy girl. I know that. I'm totally fine with my body, whatever. And he made a comment, well, if you're unhealthy, you're unhealthy. And I'm like, dude, you're taking it way too far. Like, chill out. Well, he read a message and he didn't reply. And so, like, the more I thought on it, the more, like, I got really, really pissed off, to be honest. Like, I was like, why did he even make that comment? Like, there was no reason for him to say that. There's no reason whatsoever. So I basically sent him this long message that was like, you need to stop making passive aggressive comments about what I choose to eat. This isn't the first time you've done it, and quite honestly, it's gonna be the last because I'm gonna delete your number after this. And then I told him like, my health wasn't the concern because of it. He didn't know me. We'd never met in person. We had never talked about my health. I'm a healthy person, and even so, he's not my doctor, so he has no reason to be commenting on my health in the first place. And I was like, if health was your concern, then he wouldn't be doing acid, now would you? And I made sure he read the message before I deleted his number because I wanted him to know that I was not very happy with him. I thought that was kind of crappy in the first place for him to even say that, because who the heck are you, you know? And I feel like that happens a lot in dating, especially if you're a bigger girl. People, not just even in dating, like just living your life, people feel like it's okay to tell you, like, you shouldn't be eating that, I'm worried about your health. But you're not worried about my health, you don't care about me, you're just trying to be a little jerk. And so yeah, that I knew he was not a good person. I've deleted his number, and I hope he's watching this because you are an asshat. So the last one that I have here is not very interesting, but if you guys like these videos, then I'll try to keep doing them if I have any more interesting experiences. I had this guy message me, and he messaged me some of his favorite bands, because in my Tinder bio it says, like, tell me about your favorite bands. Well, there were a lot of bands that I'd never heard of, or bands that I didn't listen to, and so I was like, please don't tell me that you're gonna hate me if I don't listen to those. And he was like, well, what kind of music do you like? And so I listed off some of my favorite bands, and he said, do you eat beep? 2, and that word, first of all, grosses me out so bad. I hate that word. 2, what does it have anything to do with my music taste? Just because we have different taste in music doesn't mean that you can ask me that. And I ended up asking him what it meant, and he said that he was listening to some band, which I didn't care to message him anymore after that, because I thought that's really, like, that makes no sense whatsoever. But apparently he thought that was okay to say to somebody, and I actually tweeted about that too, because what? Like, if you guys have any awkward or funny dating stories, please leave them in the comments below, because I love hearing about these. I think they're so fun. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!